the first thing I'm gonna tell you, is it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? Most people try to avoid bad situations and financial hardship and fucking up their money. But for one, you can't control everything in life, so shit is bound to happen to teach you lessons. So the first thing that I learned is it's not the end of the world. Anything that you lost, you can get back twice as fast because you knew how to get it the first time. So it's not the end of the world, bro. Don't dwell on it too much. Don't be sad. Take your L and move on. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I learned about going broke 4 times. And it's probably been more than 4 times at this point in my life, you feel what I'm saying? But that was the hardest thing for me, was it felt like the end of the world. But the more times I done fucked up the money or whatever it is and went broke, the more I realized it's not the end. It's not as bad, it's not as hard as you think. Yeah, you gotta grind and get back to the point that you was at, but if you done been through it 3 or 4 times, it kind of, it loses shock factor. It loses, you know what I'm saying? You really don't give a fuck no more, especially if you done went broke, got it back, went broke again, got it back. Then, like I say, you're not really bothered by it no more because you know you got the capacity to get back and surpass that. So that's the first thing I'm gonna tell y'all about me fucking up my money or doing dumb shit 4 to 5 times. Like I said, it's probably been more than that. I'm just counting 4 times. But that's the first thing, man. It's not the end of the world, bro. At the end of the day, life gonna go on. You gonna be all right. You gonna stack that cheddar up. So dust your shoulders off. You know what I'm saying? You made a mistake and you went to the bottom, but you know what I'm saying? You fall hard, but you get up stronger. You dig what I'm talking about? So that's the first thing I learned, man, is it's not the end of the world. The second thing I learned from going broke 4 times in my life is you really gotta fail forward in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a part of the process, and trust the process. Which, I mean, it sucks that you have to go through bumps and bruises and sometimes harsh learning experiences to run your money up or to learn how to manage your money. But each time that I went broke, I learned something new. Each time that I made a bad decision that caused me to lose money, or I invested in something that wasn't a good investment, or I just made I made a bad spending decision buying something that I shouldn't have bought. Every time I learned what not to do. Every time I failed forward. So the next time that I went broke, you know what I'm saying? Think of it like a beaver dam. If the beaver building the dam for the first time, it's gonna be weak because he don't have experience as an older beaver would on how to plug up the cracks correctly, put this stick over here so it can be strong on the left side, you know what I'm saying? The storm come, his dam get washed away, you know what I'm saying? But he survived, he said, the beaver gonna get up and try again. The second time he built his dam, it's gonna be stronger on that left side because there was a weak side. Okay, I know to put a little bit more sticks over here, a little bit more grass, tuck that in. The storm come, and this time it only washes half of the dam away. You know what I'm saying? So he like, okay, I'm sad this time as well, you know what I'm saying? But he brushed himself off. Okay, I got this side strong. Now I gotta learn how to get this side strong. So the third time, he built his dam up again. He does the same thing on the left, he doing on the right. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I should surely be able to withstand, and my dam should keep this water from washing away my home. So the storm come again. This time it washes through the middle of his dam, so the left and the right stay strong, but the middle washed away. He almost got it. He said, but he becoming more experienced over time. He knows what to do. And you know what I'm saying, to shorten up the story, he eventually becomes a master builder at building his dam. So therefore the water don't wash his home away. He able to keep that water level at the way that he needs it. But that's an analogy to, you know what I'm saying, your finances. And which you can apply that to life as well, just gaining experience that's making you better and more equipped to deal with, you know what I'm saying, life. But in terms of finances, if you are actively trying to improve your financial situation, you gotta fail forward. Most people don't, you know what I'm saying, improve their money or get better or get rich because they not actively trying to improve it. You feel what I'm saying? They get paid, they work their job, they get paid, they don't budget, they don't try to, you know, read books and learn financial literacy. They just out here winging it and then be complaining, I ain't got no money, I'm fucked up. Like, no, you gotta go through your bumps and bruises with this shit and always be trying to improve it. So yeah, that was my next thing. You gotta fail forward financially. So if it take for you to fuck up your money and to learn how to invest, you're gonna lose money. Learning shit. That's just the way it goes. You might start a business that tank. You might lose, like, you can't give up because you lose money. You gotta get up and keep going. The next thing I learned about going broke 3 or 4 times is accountability. You got to take accountability for everything, because at the end of the day, 90% of the shit happen is your fault. And even when it don't be your fault, it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna bring you through situations, is taking accountability for your part in it. Like I said, if I made a bad investment and my gut feeling was telling me not to make that investment, then I shouldn't have did it. I got to take accountability. That was a stupid decision. Or I went and bought some rims for my car that I shouldn't have bought, or something crazy like that. It's taking accountability, because I'm gonna tell you now, every time I went broke besides one time, it was my fault. It was because of some shit a bad decision that I made. You know what I'm saying? And you can't prepare for everything in life. So you might spend too much money and then some hardship happen, your car break down or something crazy happen, and then you in a bad situation because you didn't stick to your budgets. Your budget, and being consistent in the things that you said you was gonna do. So it's gonna be accountability. So you gotta take accountability for your financial decisions. If you know you got a budget and you only supposed to spend this amount of money from this account, or this amount of money over here, and then, you know what I'm saying, a new pair of shoes come out and you just spent all your money, then you're like, shit, well, I can take from my savings or whatever that may be, and then you fuck up and then go broke, then that's on you. You got to take accountability for that. Most people will make bad and poor financial decisions and never take accountability. They'll blame their job, blame the people around them for not helping them because they fucked up their own money, you know what I'm saying, and not do the work. Life is ultimately not waiting on you to live it. Life ain't gonna tell you how to live correctly. Life ain't gonna tell you to not be broke. Life is what you make it. This shit is like a video game. You can play it on hard mode, or you can choose the path of least resistance. Cause I don't care what nobody say, you can have whatever you want out of life. You gotta learn to work smarter, not harder. The way that you work smarter and not harder is knowledge, game. You got to have some game. Knowledge. The term knowledge is power is 1,000% true. Which everybody done heard that term, but that shit go over everybody's head. Knowledge is power. How the fuck you get rich if you don't know nothing? And even if you do fuck around and get some money, how can you optimize it and make it bigger if you don't know how to invest? And so that's my next one, is knowledge is power. A reason at the biggest reasons at the beginning why I went broke is because I didn't know the shit that I needed to know to avoid pitfalls and traps and how to save and budget correctly. That's why. Knowledge is power. Literally. You need to be reading. You need to be educating yourself. You need to be taking courses. You need to be taking classes. You need to be talking to other people and picking their brain and getting knowledge from them. Because yeah, I probably would have still went broke maybe 1 or 2 times, but I could avoid it so much if I had just studied more. If I had read more, which I mean, I always read books, but you know what I'm saying, during certain time periods, I might have not been reading or studying the stuff that I needed to study. And then my ambition was there to want to invest or start a business, but I didn't look into it deep enough as I should have, which that goes into accountability as well. But knowledge is power. You gotta educate yourself. You gotta read. You gotta increase your learning capacity. If you increase your learning capacity, you increase your earning capacity. You dig what I'm talking about? So, knowledge is power. Knowledge is game. And game is what you use to play the game of life so you can win the game of life. So you can level up and achieve all the things that you want to achieve. But, you know, it's just, when you go broke, like I said, you do it over and over again, you develop scar tissue. And like I say, a man that's I'm not gonna say comfortable, but you're okay not having much, you know what I'm saying, you okay living a minimalistic lifestyle in order to stack up your money, is a dangerous man. They can't do nothing with you if you don't give a fuck about going broke. It make it easier for you to take risk when you're comfortable being in a bad situation. Not a bad situation, but like I say, broke. Like I said, if you comfortable betting your money, because like I say, what's the worst that can happen? I go broke when I done went broke 5 times. I don't give a fuck. I get it back. You know what I'm saying? And contrary to another person who they done ran up their money, but they ain't never went broke. So they really scared of taking risk. Me, I'm gonna bet the house on it. I'm gonna bet the house on me every time. Because like I said, I know what it's like to be dead broke. And it's happened to me several times in my life. So now, like I said, I'm pretty much immune to it. I don't have a problem with being down in the trenches and having to do what I gotta do to get back up, because I done done it 3 or 4 times. Do I wanna do it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not saying I wanna just go back broke. But if it came down to it, to where I had to take a risk and I felt like it'll be a big enough, a worthy reward, then I wouldn't have a problem taking that risk. Which most people don't have that. But I would say with you going broke, well, you going through those trials and tribulations trying to get your money right and all of that, that's going to give you some determination and grit about yourself. Like I say, you've been through a lot of things to the point to where it makes you stronger than a person that is, like I say, they scared to take risks. But like I say, if you've been broke, you've been in the trenches, you understand what it's like to be in the dirt. You comfortable in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? It make you hard, it make you tough. So let's say if you go into a business meeting with some guys that ain't from what you from, that ain't never experienced what you experienced, you have an edge on them. Because to be honest, they gonna be soft. They gonna be weak. Like you didn't go broke 5 times to get your $1 million. Like you might have got your million passed down from your parents or whatever. I come in the room, I'm from the trenches, I'm from the hood. I done went broke 5, 10, 15 times. I know how to manage my money correctly. I know all the pitfalls that it took to get this $1 million. I could lose this $1 million tomorrow and I'm gonna get it back. So it give you an edge when you done, you know what I'm saying, you done went through every possible obstacle to get to that point over somebody that has never went through that. So, which I got more coming. I could go farther. I'm gonna stop this video here. I might do a part 2, man. But that's some things that I learned by going broke 4 times, man. It's your boy Cartier, man. If you're watching this video, if you made it this far, I appreciate you for watching, man. Lock in with me, tap in. You know what I'm saying? I'm also an artist. All links in the bio, music, everything, man. Y'all have a great day. I'm chillin' with some high rollers, sippin' on that drink, I chase it with the blue soda. See you niggas jot my style, acting like I ain't no